Hi guys, this is The Ordinary Man, Step by Step, episode 11. So, what have we been up to? So we had the long weekend here in Dublin. I was up home to see the parents for a night, and then back down on Sunday evening, back into work. So yesterday was, again, obviously, as I already said, it was the bank holiday, so obviously I wasn't going to be able to contact any potential clients or any of our property agencies that we're working with. So what I did, which I have been doing a little bit more of, as I've said, is continue to look at, I suppose, growth opportunities and markets that we can try and hit in the future. Again, this is probably only about 5% of my time is spent doing this at the minute, because we really have to fully crack the Irish market. But yes, just spent a lot of time doing that. I've drawn up a lot of emails in draft to go to different people in the different areas that we're talking with. So as I said before, we're starting to look at New York and London as possible locations to bring Property Basecamp. So try to contact, so haven't tried yet, but I've got emails there ready to go to contact property agents in New York, probably predominantly. Most of the emails are for New York. Not only property agents, but I've actually looked at, I suppose, Irish people who are based now in New York, excuse me, to I suppose get their point of view of what the New York market's like from working and living in. There seems to be a lot of Irish people working in Morgan Stanley, which is pretty interesting, because they're the type of client that we'd be trying to go after. So I've tried to target a lot of Irish people, just basically because we'll have that connection. I suppose that obviously we're an Irish-based company and we're trying to get into the New York and States market. So hopefully again, we're trying to provide them with a little bit of value, with answering just simple questions again about the rental market, and if it's difficult to find accommodation, and if the companies provide relocation support, if they provide any assistance getting long-term rental accommodation, things like that. So again, it's just sort of trying to make a start of validating the assumptions that we have made in the Irish market, to see the similarities and differences between the Dublin market and New York. So again, it's just a start. It's going to take a lot of time to I suppose even try and get into that market. So I'm hoping to get over at some stage over the next month or two, just to set up a lot of meetings and just to get a bit of feedback from potential stakeholders of how Property Basecamp might work in the States. And I've done the same with London, so talked to a couple of property agencies, have a couple of emails here ready to go. Again, probably the key thing and it's the hard thing, I suppose, to do with these emails is to write an email to these guys that is personal. I can't be spamming people, because people just will not respond. So you're always trying to do that little bit of research to see, well, what's their background? Is there something I can mention that I have some sort of connection with? Things like that. So, for example, one of the property agents in London that I'm going to send an email to, I can see from his profile that he's an Arsenal supporter and I'm a Chelsea supporter. So I'm going to attempt to have a little bit of a banter with that, again, just to be a bit personal and just try and grab his attention, I suppose, so you do get a reply. So that's really what I've been at. Then I suppose today, back into the daily grind, the real world stuff of the Dublin market. Obviously, people back to work. We have a client in the financial services at the minute who've an employee looking for accommodation. She's not really looking to. She hasn't got a huge budget, so she's looking to share with people, and that's not really the part of the services that we offer. But obviously, we're just going to try and help them out, and have this lady out. So, she has contacted a couple of agents about possible viewings, which is good. So, then I followed up with the agents just to I suppose give them a heads up that this lady's going to be coming their way. It's really important that we make an impression with this financial services company, because they're currently on trial. So really, they'd be a really big win for us if we were able to get them over the line. So that's been that. Again, there's been, I suppose, a lot of action on email. Different people getting in contact. Different people wanting to set up meetings that I didn't get set up before the break on Friday, which is good. It feels like we're getting a little bit more noise, which is great. So that's been today. So organising emails. Again, we're all about trying to provide value to these companies. So there is actual development that's coming, a full rental development that's coming live from a property agent in a couple of months. So we've sent out and I suppose information to some of the big players in Dublin who aren't our clients yet. So the Googles and Facebooks of the world, I can name them because we're not working with them yet, I suppose. So just as a bit of a freebie, just to say this is the value we can provide. We're happy to if you want to take this building or some of these apartments as a sort of a commercial lease for their employees, I'm happy to facilitate the discussions between themselves and the property agent. So sent them emails. Again, it's good just to get into discussions then with these companies, and you're on their radar then, so you're able to help them. So that was really good. A couple of the big companies got back to me, and we're having a good chat to see if we can do something there. Again, been reviewing the properties that are being uploaded to the application. Again, our team's doing that at the minute because we don't want to I suppose, because we have a relatively small number of users, i.e. those people looking for accommodation, we don't want the property agencies to be uploading the properties just yet, because we want to. I suppose time is important for them. We don't want them to be doing that whenever they're not getting value from it. So our team's still doing that. So we review it a couple of times a day just to see what properties they have available. Then we upload them to our application. So we'll be doing that just to keep across, I suppose, the updates, because obviously they've been off since the weekend. So there's a bit of changes on the availability of properties. That was good. So that's really been it. So again, it's just the usual sort of daily hustle. So we know that one of the bigger prospective clients are meeting on Thursday with their global mobility services company that they do work with, to talk about us, and to talk about how they could potentially work with us. So what I've done is, again, it's all about getting that bit of attention and that bit of targeted advertising. So I've simply logged into LinkedIn under the Property Basecamp profile and literally added every single person from the HR departments in this company. Again, just to give that little bit of awareness. They might go in then to look at the website, they might go and look at the LinkedIn page, get an idea of what we're doing. And we're updating the available properties as well. We're advertising them on LinkedIn now, so they'll be able to see what we have available, to see what we're all about. And again, it's just that little bit of brand awareness and the targeted advertising. So hopefully that's going to pay dividends. Maybe they might go into the meeting on Thursday already aware of what's going on, and I suppose the benefits that we can bring. So again, that's just a bit of a grind. That's 135 employees they have in their HR department. So we've literally gone and added every single one of them individually. But that's no problem with that. That's free advertising. That's free marketing for us. So it's just another little trick that we're trying to do. We'll probably do the same. We've been doing that anyway with all of my personal connections on LinkedIn. So we're about halfway through that now. There's about 1,600 connections I have. So again, that's just all about brand awareness and getting the attention out. Again, LinkedIn is such an important application for us, because obviously we're trying to target business professionals, and that's where they're all really living. So without sort of hard facts, I think that we've obviously tried the Facebook advertising, but I think the best the best sort of place where we can attack is LinkedIn, because that's where a lot of our guys are living and spending their time. So again, that's just we're obviously trying the Facebook advertising as well, but that's just something that I feel is where we're going. So that's really been it. So again, I'll be in for a late one tonight. Just lots of bits and pieces need to do. Tomorrow will be another big day. Actually meeting with the local enterprise office. We've applied for a grant. So if we got that grant, it would mean we could bring on a couple more people, and again start to, I suppose, speed up the development side of things more so than sales, because that's fully what I'm obviously focusing on, is the sales side, and we have the other guys, Will, Nathan and Emer, looking at the product itself. So that's pretty much, it would be a big win if we were able to get that. It would give us that little bit of flexibility as well, because we can I suppose we can offer companies in longer trials, etc., just to prove the value of the application. Like, we're always trying to think long term, but I suppose there's only a certain amount you can think long term when you're running on empty. So if we don't get this, we'll have to, I suppose, get creative about other ways that we can generate a little bit of revenue. So if that's through digital consultancy with the property agencies or something like that, I think we're going to do that anyway, but we might look at putting a cost around that at some stage if we don't get this grant, because it will be probably a couple of months before we'll start to see a bit of income from the actual product itself, because the trial periods by that stage will come to an end. So so hopefully that goes well tomorrow. I'm not overly confident about it, because it's been relatively easy sort of process to get to this stage, and it's a substantial amount of money that we're asking for. So I just don't know how that'll go, but we'll wait and see. And then from tomorrow on, again, I'll be following up with our Dublin-based prospective clients, because I've left them be today because they're just back from the bank holiday weekend and their own business is going to be busy trying to get caught up. So really from tomorrow afternoon onwards, then we'll start to again follow up with the companies that have not only contacted us, but we've contacted them. So again, that's really it. Just the usual daily grind, nothing else exciting. So I'll probably again give another update on where we're at tomorrow. If there's anything new in between, you can follow me in The Ordinary Man on Instagram and TommyC15 on Twitter. And then obviously you have the Property Basecamp accounts as well that you can follow. So again, as always, love to get your feedback, comments, anything at all, positive, negative, would be great. We've only started these now, so this is the 11th episode. So it's just this. I'm starting to get big on this document of the process, because I think it'll be really, really interesting in a couple of years' time. Hopefully, when this is taken off, it'll be really interesting to look back to see how we got to where we're hoping to get to. So thanks again for listening, guys. Look forward to seeing your feedback as always. Thanks again.